My memories start on the playground of La Honda Elementary. A Kelly green and black Nerf football was being tossed and punted around. All I could imagine being was the next Randall Cunningham. In those days where we lived, the playground was mostly adorned with 49ers, Raiders, and Cowboys regalia. The day I wore that Kelly green jacket to school made me different. I stood out. Good or bad, I stood out. The Eagles had a good but not great team. Just couldn't get over the hump led by legendary coach Buddy Ryan. If you don't think Buddy to this day doesn't have an influence on me, go back and watch some of his press conferences. Year after year came heart-wrenching playoff losses, most notably the Fog Bowl. By the time 5th grade rolls around, Buddy gets fired as coach. Randall is the MVP. Game 1, Lambeau Field. First quarter, Bryce Pop sacks Randall and tears every ligament in his knee. Basically, after one quarter, the season was over. However, if you go back and look at that team, they ended up playing 5 quarterbacks that year. The big highlight was a historic defense, number 1 in all major categories: run, pass, and scoring. That doesn't happen every year. They managed to win 10 games, but no playoff appearances that year. Middle school starts. Teenagers are the cruelest during those years. What didn't help my cause was the Eagles started sucking bad. So my daily outfits of Kelly green Zubaz pants and countless Eagles shirts won me no friends. This time frame we will call the Rich Cotty years. These years were bad. Not rock bottom, we will get to that later, but these were bad years. In 1994, Hollywood filmmaker Jeffrey Lurie buys the team. For many years, I didn't think he knew what he was doing. Boy, did he fool me. I get to LHS in 1995. I toned down the Eagles gear. Who wants to be seen wearing a sorry-ass team with a sorry-ass colored Kelly green? I was positive all the hot chicks at LHS were repulsed by Kelly green. A strange thing happened, led by Coach Ray Rhodes. The Eagles turned things around. Suddenly, they had become relevant again. We were on the right roads, or so one would think. Well, we took a bad path and sank to the first rock bottom. However, things did change because in 1996, the uniform color changed to the midnight green and black. Perfect colors for the counterculture grunge look of the mid-90s. It was great. All new colored shirts, jackets, hats, and beanies. Teams sucked, but the uniforms were badass. In 1999, Jeffrey Lurie unintentionally struck gold, hiring some fat-ass coach from Green Bay, Andy Reid. By far, Andy Reid is and was the greatest coach in our history. I don't know how the fuck Lurie found him, but he was spot on. For 14 years, Coach Reid was our coach. His best draft pick in that era was a QB named McNabb. It feels like Reid and McNabb went to the playoffs every year. There was the one Super Bowl appearance against the evil empire from New England. More on them later. For all the good things Andy Reid did, he just couldn't get over the hump and win the big one. What he did do was bring structure, credibility, and he set the standard of being great, building from the inside out. All good things come to an end. After the debacle that was the Dream Team, Andy Reid gets fired. Still to this day, I don't know how you fire Andy Reid. This would be rock bottom too. A Phoenix named Chip Kelly was our next coach, fresh from Oregon. Fresh out of Oregon with innovative ideas, forward thinking, and a lot of confidence, Chip Kelly brought the Eagles back to being kind of talked about. He flamed out. Lots of reasons why. They gave him control. They say they let him pick his players. Bullshit. They didn't go all in, and they didn't get Marcus Mariota for him. We will never know if Chip Kelly experiment in Philly would have worked had he gotten his QB, Marcus Mariota. So after Chip decimated the team, he gets fired and replaced by Doug Penderson. The same Doug Penderson that was Andy Reid's first QB in Philly. Doug Penderson got what it meant to be from Philly. The magical 2017 season. The problem was, I had seen the script before. We will get to the playoffs and lose. It gets even better. I was there that day in the Coliseum when Wentz wrecked his knee. We were like 11-2 when that happened. I remember getting home that evening and visiting with Dick and Joan. Barrett asked me what was wrong. I should be happy. I said, yeah, it's great, but the quarterback wrecked his knee. There's no way we can win the Super Bowl with a backup QB. He was quick to remind me about his mate Jim Plunkett. Playoffs are approaching, and because we had played so well at the beginning of the year, we only had to win one more game to get a first-round bye. 4 weeks of uninspiring football, we managed to secure that bye. Underdogs. We play the Falcons. I'm in New Orleans for Matt's bachelor party. The family and I watch the game so intensely. The game comes down to the last play. Julio Jones falls down. We win. Get the dog masks out. We dismantle the Vikings the next week, led by Big Dick Nick. On to the Super Bowl. Who's standing in the way? You guessed it, New England. How the fuck can journeyman Nick Foles outduel this evil empire? Philly special Brandon Graham and a whole bunch of heart. I finally saw it in my own 2 eyes. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. Redemption for the awkward kid who stood out of a Honda. Redemption for the teenager at Vandenberg. As we enter the golden years, 2017 to present, the second Super Bowl tastes elude. Maybe that is the greatest team in NFL history. I will argue that with anyone. I don't take these years for granted. There were a lot of bad years of football when I was a kid. I don't take these years for granted. In closing, fuck the Cowboys. Dallas sucks. Thank you, Randall, Donovan, Westbrook, Jimmy Johnson, Trent Cole, B-Doc, Andy Reid, Doug Penderson, Chip Kelly, fuck you, Howie, Jeffrey Lurie, Shady BDN, BG, Flecht, Patrick Robinson, Julio Jones for falling, Nigel Kelsey, Lane Peters, Stoutland University, Vic Fangio, D-Jax, Big V Byron Evans, Buddy Ryan, Jalen, AJ Slim, Reaper, Coop, the Bald Eagle, everyone that put that uniform on, thank you. Fly, Eagles, fly. One last thing. Go Birds.
And fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to